get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
You need a fast car. We've got the fastest. All the stats you need. Analyze the data and you'll see which one's the fastest. Which one will feed the need. Because we've all got it. The need for speed. Hi, this is Bob with Get Details. We did the research and drooled over the most beautiful machinery ever crafted. Menacing, mechanized marvels of technology able to transcend mere highways and transform the scenery into a grand Gaussian blur. Here at Get Details, we make data-driven programs because the numbers can be really fascinating, especially when attached to terms like horsepower and 0 to 60. First of all, a few ground rules. I'm going to reveal the very fastest production cars on the planet. But with every mile per hour, there are millions of dollars of investment. That means the ultra-fast are for the ultra-rich. Also, we're only showcasing the very fastest car from each manufacturer. So if they have more than one phenomenally fast car, we'll be talking about the fastest. All right, let's start. Which cars are the very fastest regardless of price? The very fastest car isn't a car at all. It's Thrust SST, or Thrust Supersonic Car, a rocket with wheels. But it is the fastest at 763.035 miles an hour. Now that's over the top. Now here's some more super fast machines. Starting with the 4 production vehicles that can achieve faster than 300 miles an hour. Incredibly difficult. The first production car to break the 300-mile barrier was the beautiful Bugatti Veyron. It was the fastest for a long time. And now we have the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport with a velocity of 304.7 miles an hour. Super comfortable for a supercar and super luxurious. At about $4 million, Hennessy is known for its rivalry with Bugatti, and it backs it up with a Venom F5 that shrieks by like a comet at 311 miles an hour. It'll cost you about $2.1 million. Koenigsegg means speed. Now that may not be an exact translation, but it could be. The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute is absolutely an ultra-exclusive hypercar with an unverified 330 mile per hour top speed. The cost about $4 million. And now, numero uno, the Shelby Supercars Tuatara is currently the fastest production car in the world. But it might be hard to see. 331.5 miles an hour is 234 feet per second, and it's relatively affordable at $1.9 million. Those are the fastest production cars made today. But if you're not super wealthy, they may be out of reach. But we've got more output for less outlay. These are no grocery getters. These are the pinnacle of perfection. Engineering marvels that move faster than your heart can pound. In order to keep things manageable, we set a low-end cutoff of 150 miles an hour. If a car can't go that fast, it can't keep up with this list. But that doesn't mean the ones we don't include are not amazing cars. A lot of car makers are very good at what they do, and they've built some of the most capable, amazing cars ever constructed. But we're only taking the fastest model from each manufacturer, starting at 150 miles an hour. Here are honorable mentions for those cars that can go faster, but still got edged off the list, including the Chevy Camaro LT1, but the Corvette is faster. Dodge Charger Scat Pack scrams at 176, but the Challenger is quicker. The BMW 320i Coupe hits 155, but the M5 CS hits it faster. And the Hyundai Elantra N tops out at 155, but the Ioniq 5N is quicker. Another 155 is the Nissan Z, but the Nismo is definitely more nimble. And the Mustang GT is a very respectable 155, but it can't gallop as quickly as the Dark Horse Mustang. And then we have cars that are really great, but they top out before 150, but they're a blast to drive. Subaru BRZ, Acura Integra, Toyota GR86, Subaru WRX, and the Mazda MX-5 Miata Grand Touring. Those are the cars that just barely missed the cut. A few more were actually good enough, but they were just too expensive. So we set an upper price level of $350,000, a princely sum for rolling royalty. Priced off the list are the Ferrari SF90, which starts at a heart-pounding $625,000. The Porsche 918 Spyder, MSRP approximately $845,000. McLaren Speedtail, MSRP approximately $2.25 million. The Aston Martin Valkyrie, approximately $3 million. And the Lamborghini Veneno, an amazing $4 million. These prices are for the base models. Add a few extras and you're talking real money. But even if you aren't rolling in dough, you can still roll in style. Now, here are the fastest cars you can buy today, even if you're not a millionaire. Take a look at our database. I'll highlight each section as we go through the criteria to be the fastest production car an average person can legally buy and drive. Oh, and the Chinese have a very fast car called the Neo EP9. It's a supercar and super expensive. It goes $194 and costs $3 million. The other Chinese car that fits this price requirement is just a little too slow. The Xpeng P7 pings out at $106. Here are the 21 fastest cars we'll be looking at. 4 of these cars are just a little too slow though, but we've included them at the beginning to show you which ones they are. They include the Mazda 3 with a top speed of 134. Then we have 3 electrics that can crank it up to 130 miles an hour, including the Cadillac Lyriq, the Fisker Ocean Extreme, and the Rivian R1T quad motor truck. These are all respectable times, but we need more speed. Our list includes internal combustion and electric vehicles that go at least 150 miles an hour and cost less than $350,000. Most of them cost much less. Here are the categories: model, engine, fuel economy, which is not really something most people consider when they're looking for speed, but surprisingly, some of these cars are very efficient. The fuel type, and the next metric is the miles per dollar. Similar to MPG, but this is how much each mile of speed costs in dollars. We'll also see the price, and the last 3 categories which go together like twin turbochargers and overhead cams. 0 to 60 time, horsepower, and the top speed. Let's start with efficiency. The fastest gasoline engines are definitely not the most efficient. The Dodge Challenger only gets a combined city and highway mileage of 13. Notice the Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and Corvette are all about the same. The most efficient internal combustion engine is the Renault Megane RS Trophy R at 29.4 miles a gallon. On the other end are the electric vehicles. The Fisker Ocean Extreme has an electric efficient equivalency to 92 miles per gallon. The Lucid Air Sapphire is equal to 105 miles per gallon. And look at the Tesla Roadster, equivalent to 119 miles per gallon. If you need to, go ahead and pause your screen to take a look at the rest of the list as we move along. Next, we examine the cost of speed. Not the MSRP. No, not yet. That's coming. This is our metric called miles per dollar. We get this by dividing the MSRP by the top speed. And here are the results. The Subaru WRX TR is the least expensive plus 150 mile an hour car at $211.19 per mile per hour. Notice the first 8 are internal combustion engines. Then the cheapest electric model is the Kia EV6 GT, and the rest are all over $400. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the most expensive. The Rolls-Royce is 10 times more than the Subaru, and there are many that would argue a Rolls is definitely 10 times more car. Now let's take a look at the prices of these ultra-fast cars. Starting with the lowest price. No real surprise, it's the Subaru WRX TR 2.4-liter boxer engine at $32,735. It was also the winner of the miles per dollar category. Scanning the list, the internal combustion engines are the least expensive until you get to a group of electric cars in the $60,000 to $70,000 range. The most expensive vehicles on this list are Bentley, Mercedes, and Rolls-Royce, all over $300,000. The Lucid Air and Porsche 911 are also quite luxuriously priced. We're getting really close to seeing the actual speeds. Now, let's reveal another category: horsepower. It's no surprise the lowest priced vehicle, the Mazda, has the lowest horsepower, along with the other four-cylinder cars, the Renault, Honda, and VW. Then we have a solitary inline-six, the Supra. Then it's all V8s and V12s, which crank out a lot of power, but not quite as much as the electric Lucid or Rivian. Now, you've got to see these 0 to 60 times. Notice we have 9 cars under 3 seconds. 3 seconds is so quick you can blink and almost miss it. We have a tie for 9th place at 2.9 seconds between the Maserati MC20 and the BMW M5 CS. Moving up, it's another tie at 2.6 seconds for the Porsche 911 Turbo S and the Chevy Corvette Z06. Then just 1/10 of a second faster at 2.5 seconds are Nissan GT-R Nismo. And the only truck on the list, the Rivian R1T quad motor. Next, under 2 seconds, the Tesla Roadster at 1.9. Just a hair faster, the Lucid Air Sapphire at 1.89. And our fastest 0 to 60 time belongs to the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 at a breathtakingly certified 1.66 seconds. Now, here comes the horsepower. Just 2 columns left. Starting at 1,000 horsepower, that's the Tesla Roadster. Next and more powerful is the 1,025 horsepower Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. And tied for 1,025, Rivian R1T quad motor, the fastest truck on earth. And the car with the most horsepower is the Lucid Air Sapphire with a whopping 1,234 horses. These are the fastest production vehicles you can buy, from anywhere between $35,000 and $350,000. And they can all go at least 150 miles an hour. But before we do the final numbers, notice there are some cars here and one truck that must be cut, because they can't keep up. Their top speeds are below 150. So we must now say goodbye to the fastest models from Cadillac, Fisker, Rivian, and Mazda. They're all sub 150, but no disgrace because they all go at least 130 miles an hour. Now here's the fastest car you can buy for less than $40,000. It's the Subaru WRX TR. It flies at 155 miles an hour. From there, prices just go up, and so do the top speeds. Notice the Subaru, Toyota, and Rolls-Royce are all tied at 155 miles an hour. Then we have the 160 group. That includes the Chrysler 300C at 160 miles an hour. At 161, it's the Kia EV6 GT. 162 belongs to Hyundai Ioniq 5N. Next at 163 miles an hour is the amazing Renault Megane RS Trophy R. 165 miles an hour, you find the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. And at 167 miles an hour, it's the Volkswagen Golf R. One car all alone in the 170s, that's the Honda Civic Type R at 171 miles an hour. Then we accelerate to 190 behind the wheel of a BMW M5 CS. Then 195 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Bursting through the 200 mile an hour barrier, 2 cars hit 202. Mercedes-Benz AMG GT Black Series and the Maserati MC20. And we're not done yet. It's a 4-way horse race for 205 miles an hour. Lucid Air Sapphire, Porsche 911 Turbo S, Audi R8 V10, and Nissan GT-R Nismo. Jumping ahead now to 209 miles an hour, it's Bentley Continental Super Sports. Next, our second fastest car in the world, the 1,025 horsepower Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 with a top speed of 215 miles an hour. But the winner leaves them all in the dust. The Tesla Roadster lays down the power and tops out at 250 miles an hour, the fastest production car the average person could possibly buy. My adrenaline is still pumping. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click like if you liked it, and check out our other videos on a variety of topics to get details.